Brim ears can be a really effective way to add brims to very specific parts of your model if you want certain sections to have better bed adhesion. So once you're in Bambu Studio, you'll want to click on your model, and then on the top toolbar, this icon that looks like a drone, that's the Brim Ears icon, or you can press E on your keyboard. Once you pull that up, you'll be greeted with a warning. The warning says this brim type is not yet set to painted. You can either click this green text here, which is going to just change this individual model. You can see that happening over here. On the process, if we switch from global to object, click on the individual object we have, and then head over to the others tab here. This is the change that it's made. The other way you can do this, so if we reset that, go back to global. The other way you can do this for all objects on your build plate or multiple build plates is if you go to the global on process, and then down here on the others tab, this brim type is set to painted. That's effectively the same thing. So now we can start painting away. If we left click, you'll get brim ears all over the place wherever you click. If you right click on the individual brim ear, you can remove it. There we go. Or you can remove all here with this button. You can change the diameter of the brims with this head diameter slider on the very top, effectively between 5 and 20 millimeters. And then the other thing that you can do is when you're selecting, if you hold shift, you can select a couple at a time or multiples and remove selected points here, and that'll just remove those. So now the next slider is this max angle slider here. Anything below this number is going to get an auto-generated point when you click on this. So right now this is convenient because this model only has 90-degree angles. So every single one of those 90-degree angles gets an auto-generated point. But if we were to slide this below 90 and then do auto-generated, it's not going to generate anything for us because there aren't any angles below 81.9. So that's effectively how that works. Detection radius, this is for organic, circular kind of models or like rounded edges, that sort of thing, and I'll show you that in just a second. Section view, this is essentially just slicing down the model so you can get a better visualization of it all. You can either move it up and down on the slider here, or if you hold control and move your mouse wheel, that does the same thing. Now for detection radius, this works on models much like this, and essentially the higher this number, the fewer auto-generated points you're going to get. So the lower this number, the more auto-generated points you will get. And then if you're having trouble where it's not generating points, I've noticed you can bump the max slider angle all the way up to 180, and then it'll want to generate those points around those organic curves. Now lastly, there is this keyboard kind of legend to show you the left to right click and then also control mouse wheel. And then the final note that you should kind of know is when you exit out of the menu here, you don't see those brim ears anymore until you slice the plate, and then you'll see them again. However, if you need to edit them, you can always go back to the Prepare tab, pull up the Brim Ears tool, and then edit the actual brim ears again. So this has been really helpful for me. It's a good time saver. It's not really a crazy amount of filament savings, but it is handy to know if you just need a couple little spots that need brim ears or brimming. It's super helpful for that. So I hope this has helped you, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.